Hello everyone, this is DJ Z along with our favorite chalk artist, Eric Maruscak. Alright, recently this weekend, Eric has done this Lupin III chalk art. Very, very impressive, and while we were talking, he was telling me about the struggles he had to do during this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Tell us again the hours you have to put into this.
Well, this piece took about 30 hours from start to finish. I did about 5 or 5.5 hours at home before the show. That was the sketching of it on the paper. I had to do that Wednesday night because I got the artwork kind of late. Or sorry, Tuesday night this week. So I was up till about 1:30 doing that. Then I came to the show, started Friday morning, did all day Friday, all day Saturday, and on Saturday I stayed till 8:30. The show closes at 6:30, so for 2 hours afterwards when everyone was gone, I was here working away. Went right back, got some sleep, came right back in the morning, 6:30 this morning, started working again so I could be done by around noon today. So I had to put in some extra hours to get this one done on time.
Alright, and you told me that you've seen other chalk artists.
Oh yeah.
But this is your style, this is what you like to do.
There's a number of chalk artists out there who are famous for doing like those 3D pieces. They'll do a lot of people actually mistake me for the guy because he wears a hat too, and he does the 3D ones. And I've done a couple of them, but not too many. That's kind of his thing, and I don't want to walk all over it. But so instead, I kind of found this niche where I'm doing comic book, anime, video game, Star Wars, the pop culture convention stuff, and I love that because that's actually my favorite style of artwork. I'm a big fan of all this stuff. A lot of people will look at something like this and they won't see all the subtleties and the details, but there's a lot of skill that goes into an original drawing like this. So when I'm given the drawing, Funimation gave this one to me this weekend and said, this is what we want you to promote. I really study it, and there was a ton in there I discovered. I'm like, wow, this is really cool what they did. Just these subtle movements and the ink lines and everything. And anime is really tricky because, as everyone knows, anime is very detailed without being very detailed. They will do these perfectly placed lines that imply so much of shape in 3D, even without the coloring. It's really, you got to nail the line work in anime. So that's something that I just get really, really, really impressed by, especially with anime artists. So, but you know, I'll look at comic book art for artists that maybe I wouldn't have tried before, and once I'm given one of their pieces to recreate and really study their work, I have a big appreciation for it. So I love this stuff. I couldn't be luckier to do this kind of thing.
So would you say that you were an anime follower before you decided to do chalk art?
Oh yeah,
really?
I watched a number of them. I mean, I got into them, I mean, you want to go way back. I watched like, what's its name? I'm not going to be able to think of it now. Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind.
Oh,
back when the movie came out, and it was like on HBO in the early 80s and stuff like that. I started watching those. I'm like, this is a really neat style. It's different than, I've been used to American cartoons. I'm like, this is really unique. And then I started just looking into basically anything that would go on, like the cable networks, like Adult Swim and stuff. When they started doing their anime block, I'd watch everything from start to finish. I rented a ton of movies. I was big into Akira when it came out on home video. I mean, I was back when I was renting the tapes, and I'd watch that and all sorts of things. And now with Netflix, the way they just I can fill up my queue with tons of stuff. I love it. I'll follow it on there, or you go to Funimation, you watch it online. Now they got the stuff streaming just a week behind the Japanese releases. So there's all sorts of new stuff I want to get into as well. I love the style.
Yeah, definitely. I just went to the Funimation.com panel. All I gotta say is simulcasting people, really excited stuff coming out.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I really want to go. I want to see Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had a chance to get into it yet because I've been too busy. And that's when I'm like, okay, I want to see that. That's unique. That looks pretty cool. So there's a bunch of things I want to see.
All right. So just some issues. Do you get like constant back aches or anything?
Oh yeah, because I sit hunched over. Yeah. So a lot of people are like, oh, your knees must kill you. But I don't crawl around on my knees. I sit cross-legged. So I'm bent over at the waist for 30 hours. Yeah. So have you ever sat in the wrong position for like an hour or so and tried to get up and you're like, oh, that hurts? Now imagine 30 of that on a concrete floor. You get the idea of what I go through. I do a lot of flexing, a lot of stretching, make sure I'm very flexible. Also, I deal with the pain of just my fingers. These fingers are rubbed by, chalk is basically little granules, like little tiny pebbles once you break it down. Imagine those moving around on the surface of your skin for 30 hours. It just wears them down. I mean, the skin is worn to the point where it cracks and bleeds. But these fingers have bled today. So just imagine, go outside, rub your hand on something that's kind of rough and do it till your fingers bleed, and you get an idea of what I go through. So there's a lot of physicality. I actually had one friend of mine recently refer to it as, you're an endurance artist. And I kind of like that title. I think I might put that on my business cards, endurance artist. But that's
Iron Man.
that's one of the things that keeps a lot of people from doing this kind of work is the sheer physicality of it. And I know I won't be able to do it forever. As I get older, my back will not be able to take it. My muscles will get weaker. So I'm trying to do as many as I can right now.
Yeah. All right. You've actually gotten very, very busy since we last interviewed you on AGS. How has the last year been for you?
Well, not related to chalk art. I got engaged, bought a house, and have a wedding coming up in 2 weeks from yesterday. I've been remodeling my home. I've been doing all sorts of stuff. But chalk art-wise, I appeared at Star Wars Celebration last summer. I did a giant piece for the fifth season of the Clone Wars, and that was awesome. I had a blast. I did a piece for the New York City Toy Fair. I was here a couple weeks ago in Chicago doing a piece for NBC, the television show Revolution. I did that at C2E2. And then I was back 3 weeks later doing this piece. Plus I've had other projects going on outside of here. I've been doing digital illustration for some online books on Amazon, and I've been doing drawings for a webcomic that's hopefully coming out soon. We're working on that. That could be big. So there's just a bunch of stuff going on. And then I got a couple shows. It looks like I'll probably be appearing at Otakon in, what is that, like mid-August or so when that is. Possibly going to Penny Arcade Expo in Seattle at the end of August. And we'll see from there. I got other shows contacting me. It's just a matter of locking them down.
Well, it's good to see that a year from now, you're like getting very, very accomplished. You know, everything's just moving in the right direction.
I'd like to think so, yeah. It's been hard work. I definitely have those days where I'm exhausted and I'm like, I just want to relax.
Yeah.
I'm hoping in a couple weeks I'm going to take about a week off and just come home every night and watch anime and read some books and play some video games. My God, I'm still only like a level 17 in Skyrim, for God's sakes. I got that whole game to play.
Yeah.
I got some games I haven't even unwrapped yet. I got to play Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah.
Everyone told me that's awesome. I finally got a copy of it. I got to play it. So like, I'm hoping to sit down for like a week or two and just immerse myself in all the stuff I love that I've been too busy to do because I've been doing this.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get that kind of time. But hey, not knocking the artwork at all. I love this. I hope I get tons more shows.
I mean, it's just good too. I mean, you're your own boss technically, so it's kind of like you work hard, but you get all of it. Because I know there's people who work hard and only get minimum wage.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, I do not knock what I do for a second. I am one of the luckiest guys to be able to go and do this kind of art and do it for companies like Funimation and just have as much fun as I do doing it. So I'm lucky.
All right.
And it's thanks to everyone out there who likes the artwork, who tells the companies they like the artwork, who when a company posts pictures on their Facebook page, you guys are the ones who like it or you know, share it and then embed it in your own blogs and put it on Tumblr. Without that, I wouldn't be anywhere. So thank everyone out there for liking the artwork and sharing it. I can't thank you enough.
All right. Well, this was Eric Maruscak. Obviously, congratulations on all the accomplishments, both in your art world and outside in your life.
Thank you very much.
Getting married. Pretty sure you're going to be still stressed out for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a busy couple of weeks.
But, you know, at least you got your honeymoon to relax.
Not much of one. I got to get right back to work. So
all right.
I get like 2 days, not a full one.
All right. But hopefully everything keeps going on the rise for you, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
And as always, this was DJZ with AGS at ACEN 2003 with artist Eric Maruscak.
I'll see you at the next show.